Hey, great to see you and welcome back to another video. Thanks so much for joining me for this one. So you may remember some time back that I did a video on the original Lopper pedal, the Ditto. And we looked at the basic operation of the pedal, as well as the ways in which these pedals can help with our playing. So, with our timing, for example, and also the ability to create some kind of backing for us to practice our soloing over and things like that. Now, the basic operation of these things is pretty generic across the board, all right? So usually it's one press to start recording, and then if you press it again, it will activate the loop, and then you can start playing over that loop. If you press it again, then you can usually overdub onto that. And if you press and hold, it will remove the last kind of loop that you laid down. And all those things, like I say, are pretty common across the board, whatever pedal that you have. So some of them will differ in some slight ways, right? In essence, they're very, very useful things, but there is no kind of visual feedback with them to speak of, right? Which is why I'd like today to take a look at this pedal from Lopper, in which there is some visual feedback. And I think personally that it's quite a useful thing to have when you're doing this looping. Now, it also handily comes with a tuner, an inbuilt tuner. And this again is really handy, especially as it's an inline tuner. So effectively, if you're gigging or you're playing somewhere and you go into the tuning mode, then it doesn't throw that out front through your PA, as it were, right? So that's another kind of something you could pay $50 for just in itself to have a tuner, right? So the fact that it comes with your looper as well is obviously a useful thing to have. So that's why I think it merits a little bit of a mention. And so let's take a look at the basic operation. As I say, it's not going to differ a great deal from the original looping pedal, the Ditto, but it does have some little kind of differences. So let's take a look at the basic operation and let me give you a kind of walkthrough of the pedal. Okay, so when you power up the pedal, okay, which you need to do with a power supply as it's not battery operated, you'll notice that there's a 1 there. Now on the actual pedal itself, it just has a volume here, which is for the playback volume, not for the recording level, it should be pointed out. And then you have this other switch here, which is what activates the tuner. It also activates sync mode, and what sync mode is that if you press it, then you can kind of start recording and the pedal will detect when you start playing and then start recording. Okay, so like I said, all the basic operations are the same throughout, like most pedals, right? But nevertheless, let me just kind of show you, because as I say, this has that visual feedback with the display, which is quite nice. Okay, so 1 press and that will set us up for recording. So let's do the 1 press and get straight into the record. We press. Now, as you can see, we have the blue lights signifying the loop that we've just recorded. And it's kind of useful to see because it shows us how long our loop lasts. And not only that, but if we want to overdub, we know now if we press again and see it's gone red to signify we're overdubbing. Now if we press again, we'll have both of those tracks. And you can see it's gone blue again. So now we have a loop with 2 tracks and we can practice our soloing. We can see it's coming round to the beginning again, so we can go. and a double press to stop. To erase, we just press and hold. To tune, we press this tune button and we hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. That switches us into tune mode. Now, clearly I wasn't in tune, so we're looking for the blue. And as you can see, which is a really handy feature. Okay, now as I'm sure you're aware, there is a ton of stuff here on YouTube about how to use loopers and things. I just wanted to show you how this differs from the other looper pedals, alright? So hopefully you found that useful. There's a link down below if you want to explore that a little bit more. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.